the next thing that I want to do is add some design goals. So that's one of the concepts that we wanted to cover. And so I'm going to come in here and select my S11 result. I'm going to come into the evaluation. I want to say that S11 is less than minus 10 dB over my frequency range of 830 to 880 megahertz. And as I can look at my goal report, I can see right now that 0 goals are passed, right? And we already know that based on the S parameter result that we looked at. So what do I want to do, right? I want to change these component values in order to meet my design goals. I can double click on these editors, go in and change the component value, but an easier way of doing that is by selecting the components, opening the analysis workbench, and this opens kind of like a standalone window that brings in the components that I have selected, brings in the result that I had in my graph, and brings in my design goals. So as I move my sliders, I'll see the graph dynamically update, and I'll be able to see whether or not I'm passing the goals that I have specified. One of the things I want to do first is just edit the range of component values. So I can click on this button here. This will open my editor. I can select the capacitor. Instead of it being auto, let me change it to custom, and I want to go from 0.1 to 20. And then this also supports multi-select. So in this case, I can select all of my inductors at once. Change this from 1 to 20 picohenry or nanohenries. Click OK, and now my slider ranges have updated. And so I can go ahead and just grab this capacitance, slide it a little bit to the left, and as I do that, I can see that this other result, the dashed line, is showing me the current state of my compared to the original state. I can grab the next inductance value, start to move this down, and we're getting closer to both the minus 10 threshold as well as the band I'm interested in. Do one more inductance value. And you can see here that this is the minus 10 threshold. We've started to be lower than that in a certain aspect of the band, a certain range. And so my goal report has updated, and I'm saying that I'm at 19% of passing the goals that I have specified. So then if I change this last inductance value, there you go, that brings us down below the 10 dB the whole way across, and so we've met 100% of our goals. So just how we can use the goals, the sliders for a little bit of manual optimization and tuning. And so before I kind of met what it is I wanted for this, and so before I close this window, there's a couple of things I want to commit. First, I want to take these values, so the new values that I found for the sliders, and I want to push that back to the schematic. And then also, because I changed these component values in the ranges, I want to commit those changes as well. So I just push those two things back to the schematic. I can close it, and now I can see my inductors and capacitors have updated.